Cancer. Welcome to your 7th till 14th September General Tarot Reading with me, Adrian Nelson, your psychic tarot reader. Cancer, dealing with a cancer, wherever you got cancer in your chart, whatever brought you here, there is a message here for you. I want you to hold that message in your heart. At the end of the reading, I'm going to draw you a card from my Breath of Life Tarot Oracles, which will be available for pre-sales very soon in South Africa. Okay. All right, let's get into your reading, my beautiful Cancerians. How are you doing? Where in the world are we connecting from? If it's your first time here, welcome. Ooh, look at that. If you're coming back, welcome back. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your loyalty. And if you haven't yet done so, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. All right. So we got the Eight of Cups, the High Priestess, and the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. So it's definitely time to move on, definitely time to move to a new level, definitely time to leave behind, which is no longer serving your highest and best interest. And if you're open to that and you're open to that being to your absolute benefit, my beautiful Cancerians, place your hand on your heart, take a nice deep breath, say yes, and in the comments write #love. All right? Because we are open to love and to peace and to beauty and to abundance and to everything amazingly incredible. And I want to remind you, Cancer, that when it comes to moving on, it doesn't have to be this harrowing, gut-wrenching sort of experience. All right? It doesn't have to be this horrific sort of experience. It can be easy. It can be gentle. It can be joyous if you let it. Okay? High Priestess is letting you know that, you've tried everything, and you might be in a space, Cancer, where you're feeling a little bit in a funk. You're not sure where you are going. You're not sure what is going on. You're not sure where you are heading. It can be very frustrating when we go to that sort of experience in life. Okay? But how about handing over to Source? I call it letting God be God. Sometimes we get so into our minds and into our feelings and into our focus and our goals that we get almost like tunnel vision. This is what we want, and we believe that we have to make it happen on our strength, which is not necessary. You can ask Source for help. Live in your divine time, in your life plan, your soul plan. Okay? Open your mind to more. So very important, open your mind to more, but not necessarily go and pursue it so much. I get this idea that you might be in the space that you have to go for things and you have to make it happen and you have to commit to this, and so very rigid, But you are encouraged here to open yourself to a beautiful, beautiful life, so much more. But you want to step away from the idea that you have to almost like sacrifice in order to get it. Make sense? All right. Okay, let's clarify. Saw the Magician right there, reminding you that you have what it takes to create your beautiful life. Yeah? All right, let's see what we have. Okay, one step at a time there with the Eight of Pentacles. Go ahead and check out the links for my courses down below in the description. Okay? All focus on self-empowerment, personal growth. Oh my goodness. So for the Eight of Cups, you've got the so also notice the 8-8 energy. It is a gentle heart that brings you the desires of your heart. A gentle mind that brings you the desires of your heart. Okay? Sorry. It seems to me like you are pursuing so steadfastly, so hard, so like very rigid with yourself, But also remember that shifts and changes can happen quite beautifully, quite gently when we allow ourselves for that to happen. What do you get from being so rigid with yourself? Rigidity is always fueled by fear. So do you feel that maybe if you relax a little bit, that you might miss out, or you might not be worthy or deserving of what it is that you are striving towards? You know what I mean? Did I show you these cards? I don't know. Eight of Wands, King of Cups, and the Page of Swords. Because you definitely want love, you definitely want support, But I don't know if in the mind, it's almost like you might be about to make a mistake here. Almost comes from a bit of a limiting mindset. This is what I want, but I probably can't get it the way that I want to get it. So it's almost like compromising the self a little bit here. Where are you about to do that? Or where have you done that? So you want to think of like, okay, so this is the limitation that I'm seeing at the moment. This is what I'm feeling because of what I'm seeing. But what if there was a different option that I may not have been aware of? Creator, show me when and why and how that is possible. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Write down what you want, and once you've written it all down and you look at it, establish what is the feeling that you want. Cancer, you are brilliant when it comes to manifesting with your feelings. So what is it that you want? What is the feeling that you want? Focus in on the feeling. Zoom in on the feeling. Your mind understands the feeling. Once it understands what you want to feel, it's easy for it to get what you want. Okay? Remember, we never want the stuff. You want the feeling. You don't want the love. You don't want the house. You don't want a career. Yes, you want it, but you want the feeling that you're going to get from it. And then you hand that feeling over to source and say, okay, this or more, this or better. Okay? Not, oh, this, but if it's too much and maybe you take away. No, this or better. Okay? So for that High Priestess, you've got the 10 of Wands, the Lover's energy, as well as the 4 of Cups. All right? So it's almost like, I get a sense here that you almost set towards emotional disappointment. It's almost like an inclination. This is where it's going. Which to me really says that you are ready here to release some past hurt, some past pain, some neglect, being taken advantage of, didn't work out, to be open to new and more. So you might be at a point where you might feel, this is what I want, but I don't see how it is possible. What if you are not getting what you want because there is more that is possible for you? So it's about saying, this is what I want, but Creator, you show me what else is available. Yeah? Hold that one burning question in your mind. I'm going to draw for you from my card. But let's first clarify this Knight of Pentacles. You've got the Chariot energy, which is Cancer energy. So by thinking about what it is that you want and how it would feel, you're bringing yourself into your own energy here. Chariot, Queen of Wands, and Ace of Pentacles, divine breakthrough. Okay? But you gotta be you. That is a prerequisite here. Be you. Be funky, be weird, be crazy, be whatever you are. Be you. Alright? That is the most important guidance here for you. Don't feel that you are too much for others or you're not enough. Be you. Be who you are. Okay? Let's see what we've got for you for your one burning question. From my deck, you've got the Two of Swords. Okay? And it says, in a conflict, might you have already achieved what you set out to gain? So if you already got what you wanted and it's not feeling fulfilled, then you want to ask yourself, where is that feeling of unfulfillment coming from? This is a deep opportunity to heal. Okay? So, but, we can't heal before we become aware of what it is that we're holding on to and why. What do we get from it? How does it serve us? You know what I'm saying? I wish you all the best, beautiful Cancer. That's what I have for you. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I look forward to connecting with you on the next video.